What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of On the Rocks. This is going to be a digital marketing series where you, the watcher, can, or I should say the viewer, can really ask anything you want related to digital marketing, content marketing, email. If you want to throw in some startup questions, that's cool as well. But let's try to keep the focus around digital marketing just to help you guys however we can. The show is called On the Rocks because I am obsessed with soda, unfortunately. Mountain Dew being my Diet Mountain Dew, technically being my drink of choice. So that kind of explains the intro. Shout out to Oregano's in Provo who let us shoot the intro and the outro, which you'll see later this episode. Letting us shoot there. Super cool people. Check them out if you're in the Provo area. Otherwise, let's get in with the show. So my man John here behind the camera is gonna throw me the phone here, and since this is our first episode, obviously we don't have any questions specifically for this show, but I was recently in an AMA event where I was answering startup questions, marketing questions. There were a few we didn't get to, so I'll go ahead and answer those here, and we can show the questions down here somewhere on the screen. The first one comes from Stephen Covey, and he asks, what are the top 2 or 3 main benefits of boot camps versus traditional universities? That's a good one, Stephen. My answer to that is pretty simple. First off, one big advantage is cost. You look at a typical university, I mean, here in Utah, they're fairly inexpensive, $20,000 to $30,000 for your 4-year experience. You go to an Ivy League school, you're talking way more money. With a program like Market Campus, you're looking at $2,800 max. We even have a $99 a month subscription coming out in January that I guarantee is going to teach you way more about digital marketing than you're going to learn in your 4 years. So there's the cost factor. Plus, with boot camps, they're not held to the same accreditation standards that universities are or colleges. And so for that, we can update our content on the fly. Like, I'm up till 2 in the morning several times a month updating curriculum for the next day's class. And we can do that because we don't have approval processes and whatnot. On average, for college, when something happens, by the time it gets into the college textbooks, it's on average about 2 years, which in digital marketing terms, that's dinosaur age. So that's my 2 big things is it's a lot cheaper, a lot faster, and you're getting like hands-on, up-to-date experience, which is really cool. So let's go to the next question here. I'm gonna drop these one of these times. This question is from Ellie. Ellie asks, it seems like you always have so much going on. What is the next big project you plan to work on? Good question, Ellie. I do have too much going on. In fact, I shouldn't even be shooting this episode. I have so much going on, but we decided it'd be cool. Weather's still fairly warm out. Might as well get some outside episodes done. But really, surprisingly, my big focus is just on Market Campus right now. We've got an online subscription coming out in January. It should be really cool. Only $99 a month, perfect for companies, individuals on low budgets. And of course, we have our awesome mentorship. So right now, 98% of my time is going to that. I do have about 2% going to a cool project coming out soon called Below the Fold. I don't know if we can put like the address down here or something like that, belowthefold.io. And that's going to be a really cool podcast, very laid back, interesting approach to discussing some of the big digital marketing topics. So that's what I got going on right now. Nothing too exciting, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes up on my plate later on. All right, we got a last question here, so we're just going to keep it to 3, our lucky number for this episode. This one comes from Matt Phillips. Matt asks, what advice would you give to someone with a startup idea that is focused on building a large user base prior to focusing on a monetization strategy? Big word for me. Is this a viable approach, or is it a recipe for failure? That's a really good question. Oh boy, almost got our first drop there. You guys missed it. That's a really good question. You look at stuff like, I don't think it's a problem at all. You look at Facebook. I mean, Facebook went a while with tens of thousands of users before it even ran its first ad. In fact, I think they didn't start monetizing until they were close to the million number. I could be wrong with that, but if you have a user base, you will be able to make money. So your number one focus, assuming you can support yourself while you're building this, whatever project it is, focus on just building that user base. If you have 1 million users with whatever you're doing, you will make money. There are several ways to monetize once you have that audience. The problem is so many people obsess over monetizing their website, monetizing their app, that they forget to even think about user growth, user experience, and whatnot. So I don't think there's anything wrong. In fact, I recommend it. Bootstrapping is a great way. If you have a full-time job, but you got this idea for an app or this online community, test it out without risking your income. Hop on over and, at nighttime, work early in the mornings, get everything done. Nothing wrong with that strategy in my book. So I think that's all the questions we got for the day. So the way this will work is I will answer your questions. You can either tweet, Instagram, using the hashtag #AskOnTheRocks. Is that right? #AskOnTheRocks. So we'll show that after this hashtag #AskOnTheRocks, or you can go to marketcampus.com/ontherocks, and we'll have a form there where you can submit questions through email. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up, and that is another one on the rocks.